Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to today's East Africa Virtual Tour. Kindly allow us to give folks maybe a couple of minutes and we can start at probably 5 minutes past the hour. In the meantime, you could let us know which country you're joining us from. I know we do have a couple of people here present from different countries in East Africa. It would be a joy to know where you're joining us from today. Thank you to all those who are joining. We are giving people a few minutes. Can you let us know which city and country you're joining us from? I see we have Nairobi, Kenya in the house. Welcome, Edwin, and hope to hear from the rest of you as we wait for people to join in. All right, I think we'll kick off just to be mindful and respectful of those of you who have kept time. Um, and the rest will find us moving on from here. So great. Good afternoon once again, everybody. It's my absolute pleasure to welcome you all to the East African Virtual Tour, the last one of this year. My name is Lydia Karingithi, and I'm the country director at Nexford University, and I'm based out of Kenya. And at Nexford, our mission is to help learners like you unlock your potential. So whether you're looking to study a bachelor's or a master's degree or advancing professionally through our skills-based curriculum, we're here to empower you. And what we've seen is as the global landscape continues to evolve, we are seeing a growing shift towards flexible, accessible, and career-relevant education, especially for working professionals and change makers like yourselves. And so Nexford is truly proud to be part of this forefront on this particular transformation. I'd like to share with you one statistic that I find very interesting from the IFC, who conducted a study in 2024 on online higher education. And there is a projection that online higher ed market is projected to grow significantly with an annual growth rate of about 10% from 2024 to 2029. And this growth is driven by an increasing demand for flexible learning solutions and options is driven by an increasing demand for flexible learning options among working adults who need to be able to balance their studies with their professional and personal responsibilities. And what I find exciting about that is that this is exactly where Nexford comes in. So we are uniquely positioned to meet those needs, providing accessible, flexible, and high quality education that is tailored to today's dynamic workforce. And without further ado, I would like to kick off the webinar. So maybe, Jeanine, we could share the screen or
Lydia, sorry, I've got my presentation open, so I
right
don't
up and
have.
running. No
Yes,
worries.
but mine, but not your guys's.
Let me just quickly, I can be able to just give me a moment and then I'll be able to do that. No worries at all. Um, sorry guys for that. Just give me a moment and I will share my screen shortly. In the meantime, those who had not told us where they're joining us from, this would be a great opportunity for you to do so as I project this particular presentation for today. Mhm. All right, let me share my screen. All right, Jeanine, you can confirm that
Yes, it looks good.
it looks good. Okay,
Yes.
fantastic. Great. All right, thank you. Thank you so much. All right, thank you so much for your patience, folks. So we'll kick off the webinar now. So Nexford is a US accredited university that is built for anybody anywhere in the world who is looking to gain sorry, just give me. All right, so yeah, we're built for anybody anywhere in the world who is looking to gain competency-based skills that are globally accredited. And all our programs are future-focused and competency-based. And this means that we focus on the skills that are relevant for the workforce and the businesses of today. And we have a saying we say at Nexford that our education is not for application in the future, but we give you skills that empower you and allow you to start applying them from day one when you start learning. And that is something we work together with industry to ensure that we are meeting the needs, the skills that are in demand, and catering a lot more for the workforce of the future. If you join Nexford University, you will be joining learners from over 110 countries, over 6,000 learners that are currently enrolled in our different programs. And the beauty of it is we leverage technology to deliver learning, and therefore this allows us to cut across different geographies. And so you will be learning from peers with different experiences from different countries, and that just really opens up your scope on what's happening globally around the world. As I mentioned earlier, what we have done is we have created a whole new modern university and replaced the parts of traditional university that are redundant. And a couple of that, for example, is measuring degree with time. And so for us, what we are keen on is one, the skills that you will gain. And also when it comes to leveraging technology, one of the advantages that comes with that is affordability as well. And so you find that our tuition is payable every month for those who would wish to. And this is either in USD, Kenya shillings, or whichever currency from whichever part of East Africa you're joining us from. But this does not stop you from also paying that in bulk if you so choose. But this just enables you to plan yourself if you are looking at a monthly income, just to allow you to pay for what you consume. In terms of the BBA program. So our master's programs, like I said, have monthly tuition payments, but our BBA programs have a pay per course model, and this just gives you more flexibility. So what it means is, if you do not have, for example, the full tuition cost you would need to pay for your full BBA program, you can actually just pay per course. Take a break when you have the resources. You will have those credits transferred to you, and you will just continue from where you left off. So this really, goes on to increase the flexibility that we're talking about, enabling learning to find you where you are and in what you're currently doing. Of course, over and above that, that also gives you the flexibility you require. Like we said, at the end of the day, education should meet you where you are, and therefore our model allows you to flex your learning around your schedule. So you find that every program, yes, has a standard learning path. However, should you wish to accelerate it because you have more time, should you wish to slow down your pace a little bit, you have the flexibility to do that. And because at the end of the day you need to, and we understand that people need to balance their studying with their professional and personal responsibilities. Learning also begins at the first of every month. We have a running joke where we say you have 12 opportunities in a year to actually begin studying. So as long as you have enrolled by the 28th of the previous month, and enrollment here means making your application, paying the application fee, and also paying your first month's tuition, then you can begin your studying at the first of the subsequent month. However, should you wish to begin your studies later on, you can still enroll and then defer that to a later start date. You have success advisors who provide personalized support, who would be able to guide you on how to go about that. We also understand that it is quite a shift transitioning from what we are used to, which is in-person learning. And to some extent, there are those who probably have had an exposure to hybrid learning, but we know sometimes it could be a full shift to online learning. So, we have 24/7 personalized support available to you where, someone is ready to support you with whatever it is that you need as you go along the program to ensure that we are setting you up for success. And I'm sure as we move along, Jeanine will talk about our success advisors and how to also schedule time with them and how they can support you throughout your Nexford journey. Great. I'll now talk about the programs that we have. So we currently have 5 master's programs. So we have our anchor program, our oldest program, which is a Master of Business Administration. And you can take this as a standalone program, or you can take it with the specializations that are listed. So we have MBA in Artificial Intelligence, MBA in Sustainability, International Business, Cybersecurity, Enabling E-commerce, FinTech and Blockchain, and Healthcare Management. We also recently launched our Master of Business Administration in Finance, which I believe is about 2 months old. And this goes to speak to the fact that we are always ensuring that we are launching programs that are in line with the career trends and where the skill gaps are. And this will not be the last of the programs. We continue to work with different partners, with industry, to make sure that we can be able to give people skills that are lacking or where there's a gap in the industry. We also have the Master of Business Administration and Entrepreneurship, the Master of Science in Digital Transformation, and the Master of Science in Data Analytics. So all these programs take a standard duration of 18 months. But as I said earlier, you have the option of accelerating your learning path or slowing it down. So if you would wish to accelerate, our success advisors will be able to guide you because you need to maintain a particular GPA for you to be able to accelerate your learning and, of course, ensure that you are in good tuition standing. And that's why we talk about a standard duration because this could vary depending on the learning path that you choose for your program. Should you wish to know the tuition pricing, feel free to also visit our website. We have a tuition calculator that will help you calculate your tuition based on the country that you're from, but also you can reach out to our team, and I know we'll be posting an email where you will get support to know how much you would pay and the eligibility of the programs that you're interested in. Then we do have one bachelor's program, and this is the Bachelor of Business Administration, the BBA. And as we say, the difference between this and the master's program is that for the BBA, you have the option. The option is you get to pay per course. And this gives you more flexibility because you can pay for a course at a time. If you're required to take a break, that is fine. Once you complete a course, you can take a break. When you're ready to resume, you can come back and pay for that particular course. So the BBA takes a standard duration time of 48 months. But as I said, this is if you're putting in the average time that is required for you to put in per day, per week, per month. But then again, there is also the option of choosing a learning path that is suitable for your personal and professional responsibilities. All right, then over and above the degree programs, we do have non-degree certificates as well. And we have the mini MBA certificate, and this is geared towards people who would like to gain certain skills for them to either, solve a business problem or get a promotion, and you're not able to take the full MBA program. So you can do a mini MBA certificate for 6 months. But also something to note is we have a micro credential or stacking credential system where if you do take the mini MBA certificate, for example, those courses are under the MBA program. And should you wish to come back to Nexford to pursue your MBA, we will be able to apply those credits to your MBA program, and this will allow you to complete it at a shorter duration and also be able to save you money. So that goes to speak to the stacking credential model on how we look at and offer our programs. Then we also have the Career Pathway Certificate in Professional Sales, and we also have the Career Pathway Certificate in Operations Management, and both of these are undergraduate certificates that take a standard duration of 9 months to complete. If you'd like more information on these programs, please feel free to reach out to the email that we'll share with you. But also, all this is very clearly outlined in our website, and we'll be more than glad to walk you through whether you would be eligible and whether it is also relevant for you based on your career trajectory or the objectives as to why you would want to take these particular programs. Then in addition to the certificates, we also have the short courses, and these are divided into graduate short courses and undergraduate short courses. And these are in a myriad of fields. So from accounting, healthcare management, softer skills like communication, problem solving, leadership, and all these take a standard duration of 4 to 8 weeks. For 8 weeks if you are accelerating the programs, and 8 weeks if you're taking the standard duration. So please feel free to go through the portfolio of our short courses. It cuts across different disciplines, and our team would be more than happy to support you as well. And also, it is important to note that for the graduate and both the undergraduate and graduate short courses, some of them do carry credits for the main programs. And so should you complete a course and you would like to come do a fully fledged degree program at Nexford, we will look at the credits that you have from these particular courses. They would be applied to your program, and then you would just need to take the courses that you did not take for you to complete that particular program. Great. Thank you so much for indulging me up until this point. I'd like to welcome my wonderful teammate Terese to take us through the admission requirements.
All right, thank you so much for that, Lydia. So, hi everyone. Once again, my name is Terese, and I'm the admission team lead here at Nexford. And today I'll be discussing our admission requirements. But before that, Lydia, could you still show your screen?
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. One moment.
No problem.
All right.
All right. Okay. I think that works. Thank you so much, Lydia. So, again, I'll be discussing our admission requirements. So, at Nexford, we have four major admission requirements aside from paying your application fee. So these are a government issued ID, your passport style photo, proof of graduation or completion, and lastly, your proof of English language proficiency. Now, for our identification documents, we require a copy of your government issued ID. This should have your full name, date of birth, as well as your photo. Now, if your ID has an expiry date, it must be valid upon submission. So, for example, some of the IDs that we accept include your valid passport, voter's card, driver's license, or your national ID. Now, for the passport style photo or your headshot or your selfie, this must be clear and professional looking, as this will be verified against the photo on your government ID. Now, for the proof of graduation or completion, we need this for the admissions team to verify if you are eligible for the program you are applying for. So this depending on the program level. At the undergraduate level, this of course pertains to our undergraduate courses and degree programs such as the BBA and AAS. And the minimum requirement for the undergraduate level programs is your high school credential. At the graduate level, this pertains to our master's degree programs and mini MBA certificate. The minimum requirement is at least a bachelor's degree. Now, for East African applicants who want to take our BBA or AES program, what we require is your national examination results. So you can submit a copy of your examination certificate, statement of result, or result slips. We need this to check if you meet the minimum requirement for the program you are applying for. So, for example, I see here that we have a lot of attendees from Kenya. So, during your application, what we need to see is a copy of your Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education. And our minimum requirement is at least a mean grade of C+. Now, I see that we also have an attendee from Rwanda. So what we require is the Rwanda Advanced Certificate of Education, and the minimum requirement is at least 2 principal passes with a grade of A to C. Now, if you're not sure if you qualify, you can always send your documents to us before you submit your application so we can check if you meet our minimum requirement. Now, aside from these examinations, some applicants may have also taken the GED or IGCSE. This is the International General Certificate of Secondary Education. They may have followed an international curriculum during their high school. So if they took the IGCSE, the minimum requirement is a grade of C in 5 subjects, including math and English. For those who took the GED, what we need is a score of 145 in 4 content modules. Now, some learners may have taken post-secondary courses. They may have taken a diploma. If you have, feel free to also submit this document and we can check if you are eligible for transfer credit so that you won't be starting your BBA program from scratch. Maybe there are courses that you have already taken that may transfer to our BBA program. But please take note that this would really depend on your diploma credential and the courses that you took. And if you took the courses outside of the US, we will be requiring other documents such as your official diploma transcript, as well as an evaluation report. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us at admissions@nexford.edu so we can provide further instructions. Now, going to the graduate level, as I mentioned, what we require is, can we go back to the, right, thank you. The minimum requirement is your bachelor's degree or a credential equivalent to a US bachelor's degree. But if you hold a higher credential, such as a postgraduate diploma or a master's degree, then that will also suffice. Lastly is the proof of English language proficiency. There are 2 ways to provide this document. You can either take an English proficiency test, like the Duolingo English test, or the TOEFL, IELTS, Pearson test of English. Another way to do that is to request a letter from your previous institution attesting that the medium of instruction during your studies is English. But there are some countries wherein we do not require the proof of English language proficiency. For example, for Kenya, as well as for Rwanda, we are able to verify that the language of instruction in those countries is English. So this requirement may be waived for some applicants. And of course, the last is the application fee payment. Now, aside from these documents, some learners may be required to submit supporting documents depending on what they submit. For example, if we see that there is like a name discrepancy in the documents that you submit, you may be required to submit an affidavit. And if this also is the same for those who took who has discrepancies in their date of birth, gender, you may be required to submit an affidavit, or for some, they may just be required to submit a marriage certificate. All right. Aside from our admission requirements, we also have program-specific requirements, specifically for our master's degrees. So, as Lydia has mentioned, we have 5 degree programs, and we have specific requirements for these. So, for example, for the Master of Business Administration program, you can be fully accepted to the MBA if you hold a business-related degree. So, if you hold a degree in economics, marketing, then you can start the MBA program. But for those who do not hold a degree in business or marketing or economics, you may be required to take one foundation course, which is business fundamentals. For the MSDA program, full acceptance requires a business related degree with a statistics course. Otherwise, you'll be required to take 2 foundation courses, one in statistics and the other in business. There are some cases where we waive one of the 2 courses depending on what you completed in your undergraduate degree. So, for example, if you hold a business related degree, but you did not provide your transcript or you did not complete a statistics course, then the business fundamentals course will be waived for you and you'll only be taking statistics. On the other hand, if you have a statistics degree or you have completed a statistics course, but you do not hold a business related degree, then statistics will be waived for you and you'll only be required to take business fundamentals. Okay. Now for the MSDT, what we require for full acceptance is a degree in an IT or business related field. If you do not hold a degree in these fields, then you'll be taking one foundation course, which is the Foundations in Digital Transformation. For the MBAF or MBA in Finance, the requirement is a business, finance, or accounting related degree. Otherwise, you'll be taking one foundation course, which is business fundamentals. Now, for the Master of Business Administration and Entrepreneurship, there is no specific program requirement. Any bachelor's degree will suffice. But aside from this, we have an update in our admission policy. If you hold a master's degree, you will not be required to take any of the foundation course, and you'll be starting from the core degree program. But this is only for master degree holders. So if you hold a higher credential, a master's degree or a doctorate degree, please be sure to submit that so that we can waive the foundation course. All right. So that's it for our admission requirements. If you have any questions, if you want to know if you're eligible, feel free to send an email to us at admissions@nexford.edu, and we'll be more than happy to assist you. And that's all for now. I'll be handing it over to Jeanine for the virtual tour.
Yes, I think before we move forward, we do have a question
Oh,
from Paxton in the chat, and he's asking, he's from Uganda. Do I still need to take an English proficiency test?
okay. Let me just check. All right. So for Ugandan applicants, we're actually able to waive the POE or the proof of English language proficiency. So just be sure to submit your proof of graduation, or if you're applying for the BBA, your UCE, Uganda Certificate of Education, or Uganda Advanced Certificate of Education. So no need to submit proof of English for those who completed their education in a Ugandan institution. Right?
Therese, so I'll take it from here. Thank you
Yeah,
so
thank you so
much.
much.
I just want to say thank you for everybody that joined us today. So I'm really excited to show you what it is to join a next generation university, what our learning platform looks like, as well as how you'll be learning. And I'm also very excited to talk a little about AI use in within our degree program. So but first I would like to introduce myself before I forget. My name is Jeanine and I'm a senior application specialist at Nexford. And I've had the opportunity to speak with learners from all over the world. I've been with Nexford for 4 years now. So it's really amazing that I can show you guys this because I've worked directly with prospective learners. So I'm very excited to show you what this is all about. I'm just going to start sharing my screen. I did have an issue with my sound, West Africa Virtual Tour. So when we get to the part where I do play the video and there's no sound, there's one video specifically with sound. Most of them don't have sound, so please just let me know in the chat if you are able to hear. But So first, before I start the virtual tour, basically when you're enrolled with Nexford, you'll get access to our learner management system, which is called Canvas, as well as the Canvas student app. And right on your dashboard, that's where you're going to find your My NXU. I'm going to start playing the video. This one doesn't have sound, but that's where you're going to find your My NXU. So you can basically think of that. Is it playing? Let me just see. Doesn't look like it's playing. There we go. Okay, there we go. So you can think of that as your personal command center, basically. That's where your Nexford journey will begin. And it's really there to connect everything within the Nexford platform for you. So in the program area, that's where you're going to see your entire learning path that is laid out. So that's where you can track your progress, you can see your scores and access your courses. And when you tap on any course, that's where you'll get an overview of what you will learn during that specific course, as well as the skills you'll gain. And also the courses are really designed to be super relevant in today's workplace. So it's not just going to be just reading. So each course is organized into modules, and also it matches specific learning outcomes. So you'll find videos, downloadable resources, interactive exercises, and that's all there to keep things hands-on, and it's not just a bunch of reading. But also when it comes to assignments, that's where you will get ready for your practical work. So it's not just for grades, it helps you to build real skills and also a strong portfolio that employers are currently looking for, and you can also showcase that to your employers as you do that. We also do have live lectures. Because everything is online, it doesn't mean you're going to be on your own. So with our live lectures, you'll be able to connect with your instructors, your classmates. You'll be able to get one-on-one support from faculty and also to join discussions through the course boards and chats. And then from day one, you'll also go through the NXU orientation. That is really to set you up with everything that you need to know about Nexford and the platform, the learning platform, and how to get started smoothly. And then also, if you need help along the way, we've also got you there. So we've got a learner success team, and our learner success advisors are available nearly 24/7 for anything from tech support to personalized academic guidance. You can even book one-on-one advising sessions whenever you need. We also do help you and support you with your academic writing. So we do have a writing lab, and it's always available. Oh, the video is going a little bit quick. I'm just going to pause right there. So we also have a writing lab that's available when you can get expert help. So this is also to help you strengthen your writing skills, but also how to use AI responsibly in your research as well as your assignments. Then lastly, we do have Learn, which is also integrated into the learning platform. And you also get access to our online library. So there's about more than 60 million databases, articles, different publications. And this is all included in Canvas, and it's available whenever you need it. So everything is really set up to help you, just to help you learn and grow and succeed. And everything is in one place. You don't even have to go look outwards for anything. Everything is already embedded in Canvas from day one. So next is really something I'm excited to talk about. It's called Harmonize. I just want to, there we go. So we also know that connection and engagement is really key to online learning success. And that's why we've introduced a tool. It's called Harmonize, and it's an interactive discussion board, and it's a platform really designed to bring your global classroom to life. So with Harmonize, it's integrated in some of the courses as well. So you can go beyond the basic text replies. You can share video responses, voice notes, images, even presentations. So this is basically there to create a more dynamic way of learning as well, and a more human way to connect with your peers and faculty. So it supports both casual and low-stake conversations. Let's say, for instance, like course introductions, but also a more structured discussion, let's say tied to your assignment. So you can maybe present or share your presentation or how you present, and then maybe do role-play scenarios and multimedia like based peer reviews. So you can submit for instance, you can submit your presentation as well as how you present your presentation, and then you can get feedback from your classmates even before submitting your final assignment to your professor. So this video is quite long. I'm just going to pause it for a moment so we can go to the next page. It's not pausing right now, but okay, let me just go to the next one. So the next slide, I'm just going to talk a little bit about additional benefits that you will get with Nexford University. If it will go to the next page. Okay, I think my computer is freezing there for a moment. It should go over now. Give me a second. Okay, fantastic. So I'm really excited to talk about Beyond NXU as well. So this is Nexford's dedicated career success platform. So our goal isn't just to get you ready for your next job. It's really set up for a whole career. So a return on education that pays off in the long term. So at the heart of our career support is what we call Beyond NXU. So you can think of that as your all-in-one platform for career success, learner and alumni service as well, and community. We'll find the tools, connections to actually support you to move forward in your career. So I will go a little bit deeper into everything as we go into the next slides. But I just want to touch on it. So we also have a 24/7 AI career coach, which is also embedded in Beyond NXU. So that's your personal career assistant. It's always on, and it's always going to be ready to help answer your questions or give you direction whether you need what you need. So let's say, for instance, you are preparing for an interview, but you also need to upgrade your resume. So we've got an AI-powered resume and interview platform as well. So this helps you sharpen your most important job hunting tools and skills. So you can also have maybe a mock interview, update your resume, and this is really set up to help you grow. We also do have a virtual job simulation available through Forage. There's also one-on-one career coaching, expert advising, as well as unlimited LinkedIn learning access. And this is included into your tuition, so there's no extra cost to you. Everything is really, our tuition is really very transparent. There's no hidden costs. So this is all embedded in your program from day one. And what makes Nexford really different is we don't wait until graduation to talk about careers. We bake that into career readiness into your learning journey right from the start. So another thing I'm excited to talk about is our new AI policy. So at Nexford, AI isn't just optional, it's going to be a part of how you learn and how you will work after your graduation. So what this actually means is every degree includes AI-focused courses, and completing them is a graduation requirement. And like I've mentioned, at no extra cost. So you'll be expected to use AI in your coursework. And when you do, you'll just have to disclose on how you've used it. So you won't just be graded on what you produce, but also how effectively you've used AI to get there. And this is really things like effective AI use and how well you can contextualize and synthesize what AI gives you. And the reason why we've done that is because when you leave Nexford, we want you to be fluent in the skills employers are actually demanding right now. So you'll also have, like I've mentioned, access to, I just want to touch base on LinkedIn Learning. That's not in my next slides, but I want to talk about that as well. So you'll also have unlimited access to over 16,000 expert-led courses and videos, which also covers a wide range of topics. So each completed course also provides you with a certificate that you can showcase on your LinkedIn profile, or you can add it to your CV and resume. And it's really a great way to stand out to employers. So why we've done this is LinkedIn is normally typically a paid-for feature. But with Nexford, it's included in your tuition at no extra cost. So basically why we've done this is, let's say you're studying data analytics at Nexford, but you also have an interest in marketing. So then you can go on LinkedIn Learning and you can broaden your skill set and boost your resume by taking a marketing course. And what's great is we do have an option for you to start your program or to enroll this month, but choose a start date up to 3 months from now. But you'll have access from day one. So even if you are starting your program, let's say in February or March 1st, you'll already have access to all of these extra benefits from day one. Okay, now I'm excited to talk about AI use in the classroom. I am going to play this video. It doesn't have sound. Oh, it's not allowing me to play the video. But I can just quickly explain what we're doing. I don't want to waste any more time. Okay, there we go. I might be able to play. There we go. Okay. So AI is, like I've mentioned, is not treated as an optional enhancement. It's really a core thread that runs through the learning journey, and it's embedded across every program to ensure practical real-world application. So it's going to be mandatory, and every learner is expected to use AI strategically in coursework, and you also have to disclose how you've used it. So for instance, you'll complete designated AI courses as well as a graduation requirement. And these, like I've mentioned, these courses are extra no cost. But also our grading model now looks like it's not only the quality of your work, but also how effectively you used AI and applied critical thinking. So in short, we're making sure that every graduate leaves Nexford and fluent in the skills that employers are actually expecting today. So whether you're going to study marketing, HR, finance, or tech, AI is going to be a part of the conversation right from the very start. And as you've seen in the video, our AI and marketing module introduces learners to the transformative role in AI and understanding customer behavior, specifically in this course. So this basically encourages learners to reflect on the impact of AI within their own industries, but also apply insights to enhance marketing effectiveness. So here, for instance, they were prompted to consider how AI can be leveraged to better understand customer behavior, as well as optimize marketing campaigns through predictive analytics and improve customer engagement and satisfaction. So by engaging with this exercise, our learners were equipped with practical strategies that they can apply in real-world scenarios and also in the workplace today, which is also demonstrating foresight, but as well as innovative thinking in different professional environments. I'm going to skip to the next page. This is just a reminder to please, if you have any questions, please let us know in the chat. Also let us know or in the Q&A box, so we do have a chance to answer them live. I just want to see if everything is still good to go. I'm just opening the chat for a second. Yeah. All right. Just wanted to see that there's no problems with my videos or sound. So also in this activity, it's on e-commerce chatbots, and that helps you to apply AI and ML concepts for real business challenges. So for instance, is it playing now? Yes, okay, there we go. So this is basically acting as an AI consultant, and you'll create chatbot strategies for customer support, or for instance, order tracking, recommendations or product recommendations. And you also design user scenarios, develop integration plans, or even evaluate how these solutions impact customer experience and the business goals. So this really mirrors a professional problem solving where you can analyze the bottlenecks, you can propose AI solutions, but also present impactful implementation plans. And this is also there to ensure you're not just job ready, but innovation ready as well. This one is also a little bit long video. So I think my computer is freezing again, but let's go to the next slide.
Yeah. Hey, Jeanine, sorry, the presentation is a bit hazy, so we're unable to sort of like see the wordings.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, Lydia.
And I've also seen a comment on the chat box as well.
Yes,
I
I
think it's
think
a
my
connection.
computer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and also my computer is freezing. I can't click on anything right now. But let
Oh,
me.
I'm so sorry.
So, but that's technology for you guys.
Yep.
Sometimes, living and work and studying online, there is going to be some technical issues sometimes, and we just have to deal with it as they come, because this is
Yeah.
also the future. Okay, I'm going to skip to the next page. I've managed to click now, so it should go to the next page. I do apologize for this, guys, but also, like I've mentioned, being fully online, this is sometimes the things we have to deal with. But okay, I'll play the last video before I'm going to play the video with sound. So hopefully, we are also working on, I'm working with Mai to improve the video quality as well. So we are working on that. So that should be better in the next virtual tour, but I do apologize for that. So lastly, what I want to talk about is just critical thinking and ethical AI application. So Nexus fosters critical thinking by challenging learners to evaluate and also strategically apply AI use. So in Module 5 of our professional communications course, we asked learners to use an AI tool of their choice and to basically rewrite a pitch that they've originally created themselves. And then they had to compare both versions. So they had to analyze the wording, the tone, different emotional impact, as well as the accuracy. So the goal is not just to use AI, but also think critically about its strengths, but also the limitations in real-world communication, which is also encouraging thoughtful and responsible use of AI. So each assignment also includes a grading rubric detailing what is needed to achieve in the highest marks within that specific course. So with this actually being analysis and critical thinking as a key criterion, the rubric emphasizes on the importance of a reflective approach to using AI. So it's not just AI taking over, but it's also how can you use AI, but also look at the limitations and yes, work from there. Use AI in your favor. So last slide, this is where I want to play the sound. So I will keep an eye on the chat just to see let me open the chat first. So if you can just let me know in the chats. And then I will play the video. Hopefully it plays. Okay. So let's see. I'm not hearing the sound on my side.
Hello, and
Oh, there we go.
in a blind.
No, it's, let me just,
My name is.
okay, let's try again.
Hello,
It is a little
Cindy
bit,
Kibet.
I don't know why it's so laggy.
Thank you for listening. I'm 23 years old. 23 years. I live in Kenya. I'm currently taking intercultural communication. Today, I want to share a glimpse into my cultural identity, shaped by my Kenyan roots and my experiences living within a mix of Kenyan and Western influences. I'll take you into my family traditions, my connection to language, and a personal experience that ties it all together. Along the way, I'll explore how William James's quote, "Whenever two people meet, there are really six people present," resonates with the layers of identity and perception we all navigate. Let's begin. In my family, traditions are everything. One of the most important is our rule about celebrating birthdays. It's non-negotiable. Birthdays are first celebrated with immediate family, mom, dad, and siblings. Only after that can we include extended family, friends, or partners. This tradition strengthens our core bond, reminding us of the importance of those closest to us. Another tradition we hold dear is a monthly family outing. At the end or beginning of each month, we choose an activity together, going out for lunch or dinner, attending an event, or enjoying entertainment.
Okay, there we go. So this was basically a learner submission from our intercultural communication course. And this assignment was designed to encourage a deep reflection on personal cultural identity. So this was a fundamental step in building intercultural competence. So learners were asked to reflect on their cultural backgrounds and experiences and how these influence their communication styles, values, and perspectives. So what's particularly exciting is how this learner thoughtfully used AI as a tool to enhance their storytelling as opposed to just do the storytelling for them. And it's still maintaining a very deeply personal and authentic voice. So it's really a wonderful example of how AI can support, but also not replace a meaningful self-expression. So this is just a short little video. I hope the sound played correctly, but Lydia, I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. So that's all from my side. Thank you very much for everyone. And I do apologize for the few technical errors we do, or that I have on my side, but we just deal with them as they come. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much, Jeanine. And yes, I'm sorry about sometimes tech fails us when we need it the most. And thank you, everyone, for also bearing with us. And we hope that was helpful. But like we also said, we are recording this webinar and we will be sharing that with you after we are done. So there are a couple of questions that have been asked. So this is a Q&A session. We requested that you have, you ask your questions in the Q&A box. There are those that have been answered. Please just check that we have answered you. And your question is answered. If not, please feel free. The rest the team is working on, and we'll give it about maybe 5 minutes in case anybody has a question, so that we ensure that we also respond to this particular questions.
Lydia, I
So
see we do have a
yeah,
question in the chat from
yeah.
Emmanuel, just asking about the available scholarships.
Right. Yeah. So, Emmanuel, there are limited scholarships available, and you can apply for one on financial need. So please feel free to write to help at nexford.edu, and they'll be able to let you know what scholarships are available. I have seen one also as well here by Diane. Allow me to answer it as we move along. So the tuition cost for the MBA, again, your tuition cost varies from which I can see that when someone is responding to that, but our tuition cost varies from the country that you are applying from. So if you could rate a help, but also will respond to that, we can be able to let you know what your tuition cost is. There are no other hidden costs. It's just the application fee when you're making an application and the tuition fee, which is what you pay per month for your program. Again, there are scholarships based on financial need. You can make an application and our team can be able to support you with that. There's a question here as well from Dennis on whether Nexford is recognized and accredited by the Rwanda Higher Education Council. I had responded to a question earlier, and I had mentioned that we do have country-specific licenses. And for instance, in Kenya, we already have licensing from the Commission for University of Education. But in both Rwanda and Uganda currently, those applications are underway. We have already interacted with the Rwanda Higher Education Council, the Uganda Higher Education Council, and we are in the process of them reviewing our documents in order for us to get a decision. So currently this is being pursued, and we continue to do so in countries where, we see a demand of learners. So currently the answer here is no, but the process is already underway. Okay. Then let me see. I see the rest. I don't know whether Terese or Jeanine, you'd like to answer this live, or you'd prefer to type the answer, as there are only 2 questions left here?
So he's asking, does Nexford University permit enrolling in 2 undergraduate degree programs at the same time with the coursework spread over a maximum of 36 months? Which I think is a great question. We do have a AAS degree, which is our associate's degree, but we also do have a Bachelor of Business Administration degree. What's really interesting, you won't be able to enroll in both of them, but you will be able to also be granted an associate's degree after completing the first 20 courses of your BBA degree. You're also able to fast track your program and finish a little bit sooner. So that is possible for you, but please keep in mind it is a paper course module. So, but yes, you will, if you enroll in the BBA degree after your first successful completion of your first 20 courses, you'll be granted with an associate's degree as well. I hope that answers your question, Edwin.
All right. And then there's a question here on fully funded scholarships. At the moment, no, we don't have fully funded scholarships, only partial scholarships. All right. So Diane, Rwanda is in tier 4, and that would make your MBA program to be $280 per month. But as I said, anyone else who would be interested in seeing how much it would cost in their country, you can go to our website. There is a tuition calculator, but also you can reach out to a team and they'd be more than happy to support you. We provided an email there, help@nexford.edu, and our team will be able to support you with tuition.
I will also share the tuition link in the chat right now. And then I'll also share our contact details as well as our WhatsApp number before we log off for today. So I'm quickly going to share that as well. So our email address and contact number is also in the chat if you quickly want to grab it before we log off for today.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much, Jeanine. So yes, if you'd like to see your tuition from where you're based out of, there's a link that Jeanine has shared, nexford.edu/tuition. Please feel free to go through that link. There is a tuition calculator, and you can even look at the different learning paths that you would wish, or the different completion times you'd wish to undertake, and it will be able to calculate the tuition for you. We've also shared a WhatsApp number on the chat box as well. Please feel free to drop us a WhatsApp, and someone will connect with you and answer any questions that you have. And you can also write to help@nexford.edu for any questions that you might have. And that brings us to the end of our East Africa virtual tour. Before I do that, Terese, sorry, I did not forget about you. But if you do have any admission-related concerns or questions, for example, eligibility, proficiency tests, grades, for instance, please feel free to write to admissions@nexford.edu, and the team will be more than happy to assist you. So great. Anything else you'd like to add, Terese?
No, I'm all good. Thank you so much,
You're
Lydia.
good?
So our team is more than happy to help you with your admission-related concerns.
All right, great. Thank you. Fantastic. So this brings us to the end of the East Africa virtual tour today. And I'd like to thank you all for joining the webinar. Thank you for your wonderful questions, and thank you for bearing with us today. And we look forward to welcoming you into the Nexford community. Thank you all, and happy holidays. Bye, team.